Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Tech Team Trunks channel, where we're going to be doing a review of Neptune OS. It's a great operating system for doing pretty much everyday stuff. You can do multimedia stuff. You could do office applications and different things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to install it in VMware, and then we're going to run it and from the disk, and then we're going to take a look at it. Be sure to like the video, share the video, and comment below if you have any experience with it. Without further ado, let's get this started. All right, so what we have here is a Neptune OS review. This is a great operating system. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what it's about. And real quick, I'm going to let's see, read what the about Neptune. In this chapter titled Neptune Linux Review, detailed analysis of Neptune Linux operating system. In this video, we're going to explore the different features and functionalities of Neptune Linux, giving an insight into the performance and usability. The review begins with an introduction to Neptune Linux, highlighting its user-friendly interface, its easy installation process, and then it discusses the various applications and software that come pre-installed with Neptune Linux, such as web browsers, media players, and office tools and such. And there's the availability of additional software through the integrated packages. Continuing on, let's see. Let's see. On the next slide, we have what we're going to do is we're going to shed light on the stability and smoothness during the operation, emphasizing seamless performance even on older hardware. I'm not using much. I kind of have a standard for which I do these setups with. So in conclusion, we're just going to provide a comprehensive overview of Neptune Linux, showcasing the user-friendly interface and that sort of thing. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. So on today's agenda, what we're going to do is we're going to download Neptune, we're going to install it in VMware, and then we're going to explore Neptune. So we're going to start by set up the VMware machine. And that shouldn't be too difficult. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to point it to the ISO that I downloaded. Then we're going to basically change a few settings. It says, where we go for, Debian. So I put it on that, and then we installed it as a single disk with 20 gigabytes. I'm going to be real cheap on the disk space from now on because I have a number of these I'm going to install, and I want to explore through them and everything like that. And there's some of the applications I want to run. We're going to start the Neptune live disk on VMware. And that's basically what's going on now. Pretty much I'm going to load the default boot menu and let it go from there. Okay, and right now it's loading. I like the loading screens. I think it's pretty cool, actually. I think I like the graphics. I like the design. This is definitely an operating system I play with. Only thing is that for some reason I couldn't get the sound working. So we're just going to have to bear with it. We're just going to have to deal with it as is. But I think I know why now at this point I couldn't get the sound working. Is because I had it muted out. Possibly. So I'm going to test it out and see if I could get some of the system sounds, because I am really curious about what some of the system sounds are. So here we have Neptune loading, and it's just going to take a few minutes to load. We're loading into the live environment. And the live desktop is loaded, and I'm just going to go right for the install as soon as that comes an option for me. and you have to give it a minute to load because I'm running this from my NAS as far as the ISO is concerned. I was gonna run it from the desktop to see if I could get a better speed. That's something I'm gonna have to try in another video. So I thought I could do the volume here. I like the graphics in this operating system, and as I like the graphics in a lot of operating systems. But this one stuck out to me a little bit, and I thought it was kind of cool. All right, so soon I think it's time to configure the display settings. We'll use all of the screen, get the best possible screen area and resolution and size and everything. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to do the Neptune to hard disk install. So we're gonna install Neptune to hard disk. So you just basically click that green install and give it a second. This screen will come up. And I just set it to the defaults American New York. My default keyboard layout, US English. And then we could let me scoot on over so we can see what buttons are there. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna erase the disk and just install the operating system to it with the two partitions. That's what we're gonna do. And so I'm gonna type in some information. Basically, I'm gonna put in like a generic password that I always use for everything. And I could have, actually used the same password by clicking the button below, but I just felt like typing because I was in a typing mood, so I have to kind of deal with it. So we're creating a password for the administrator account. And I'll just click next, and it gives you the installer breakdown, and then we're just going to start the install process. I sped up the install process. What we have is the Plasma desktop. We have Chromium ships as your default web browser for your web experience. You got a multimedia playback VNC media player, and we have video editing, which I was really interested in, and we have audio editing, which makes this a really cool distro. And you have image editing with GIMP. So we got a lot of powerful tools in this, and it's all bunched into this ISO. I like it. I give rave reviews about this. I'll definitely mess around and even consider doing some of my daily driver stuff, like looking for a locales video editor. Like I want to see and explore what the program presented in this is about, and that's exactly what we'll do. So stay tuned. Be sure to like the video, share the video if you can, and uh, comment below, and also like the video. And so I sped up the installation process a little bit here. As you can see, the numbers are flying. But just to get a look at it, you can see what the screen looks like and all that. It's pretty cool. I'm actually excited about it. So yeah, so the installation process is almost done. And I'll just come over here and I'll sit here, wait for the installation process to complete. And it's all done. And then it has to restart now. I have that selected, and I'll go ahead and restart now. We'll do a reboot, and it will reboot from the installed version that we installed to our little hard disk. And that's what's going on now. I still had the little bitty sound issue, so I wasn't able to capture any of the system sounds, but that would have been really nice to capture in this. Next time I'll make sure to not mute the audio on the device that I'm using to do the video. So basically here we're at the login screen. I'm going to put in my password that I assigned it during the installation process, and hit enter or click next or whatever have you, and the operating system should load in a brief amount of time. So you get this screen, and then it loads here defaults, and if you look, there's that message. So yeah, that's where the sound was like not working for this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to map a network drive. I had to map a network drive in it because I wanted to try to play like one of the videos or something like that, just to see what the playback and the operating system was like. So I proceed to connect it as SMD. What do we call it? And then I proceed to authenticate my device. Like every little distro is different. Like one of the things you'll notice is like when I do a lot of these videos, I'm gonna connect to the network drive if there's anything that I need to do. And it's pretty cool that SMB and have that experience, share the SMB experience between different operating systems, and to be able to access the different operating systems. Right now, I'm just looking up my password because the password to the NAS is pretty secure and I don't remember it. It's not the same generic password that I use for everything else. So, um, so while I'm looking that up, it'll just take me a minute, and it looks like I found it. So I'll go ahead and type it in. Type in the correct password, and we should be good to go. And it should show me my files pretty soon here. So I'll click OK. There are my files. We are good to go. So now, like, I'll do a little bit more exploring with this desktop here. This desktop. This Neptune. We're going to explore Neptune operating system further. So we're going to look at my video. We're going to find, to see that we can access everything. And we're going to look through some of the applications. So I'm going to switch sides. So basically, this is where I'm looking at and just pointing and clicking around and seeing what the different applications are that we have and the different settings, and just what the menus are, just kind of get you guys familiar with the menu as well, to see what we have, and then play around with some of the apps that I was really interested in, such as the video editing and that sort of thing. I might even want to try video editing in this Neptune operating system, which would be pretty cool, I think. So I like to kind of read as I'm doing this what the different apps are. And then shortly I'm going to get into some of the other applications too, to see what we could do, see what the possibilities are. And one thing that piqued my interest was this system monitoring app that kind of gives an overview of the system. I thought that was pretty cool. So I loaded that up. And then I wanted to explore some more of the apps and just see what we had. All right. And that's kind of like essentially what we have. Be sure to like the video and click the comment below if you have a comment. And be sure to subscribe and get your notifications. Make sure you click all notifications so you can know if I decide to go live or if I decide to upload a video. You'll get that notification and you won't miss a thing. Plus, encourage me and this channel to do more videos if you do that and bring more content such as this. This is great content here. I mean, this is a fabulous operating system. You can't beat it for the price of free, except, you got to pay for the hardware which you run it on. And yeah, so basically that's what we have. I'm just looking around, seeing what the different screens are about. I knocked some things down on my rack. I just had to, during the process of shooting this video. I don't know what I knocked down. Couldn't have been a microphone. But it's not important. But what's important is you have this Neptune operating system, and we're just going through and we're looking at the different applications and we're seeing what we have. And we're just picking out the ones that pique my interest and just trying and seeing, making sure everything works properly. I like the design, I like the layout. It's beautiful. I mean, in my opinion, I think it's something I could definitely work with. I would install it on some bare bones hardware and be able to, you know, try different things. Like this is a pretty cool. I finally got to the video editing app, and we're just gonna spend some time about playing around with the video editor. I mean, that is a pretty intense video editor that I would like to learn for myself. I just wonder how it compares to what I currently use. I currently use Adobe, but you guys know how that is. This here is free, but I don't know how to use it yet. That's the only thing. So I'm just kind of looking around at the different screens. One of the first things I wanted to do is change the defaults as far as frame rates and video settings are concerned. So I was able to learn how to do that really quick with this application. And then I wanted to grab some of my video for the playback and just see what I could do with it. Oh man, I had to back up a little bit. Oh man, my chair's hurting my back. It's not the. Also, you can see that I'm in the video too. It's pretty cool. Only thing is we couldn't get no sound, but I'm using just testing the video play with the media player, that the VLC media player, and now I'm trying to load like one of the files into the editor, the video editor, to see what I can, kind of just run it for a little bit. But it wouldn't let me do it because I'm on a network device. And that's kind of how I edit my videos, is off the network device. So basically what I'm doing is trying to see if I could get my network device to show up there. It wouldn't show up there. So basically what I did was I went to SMB devices, and then I put in my network information for my NAS just to make sure that we could get that information loaded properly and see if I could get it to. And that's when, it remembers my password. I go for the video. and go for the wrong video, so I had to get back out. And I finally find just a random video, see if I can load it. It tells me I can't because it's on a network device. So what I had to do was essentially maybe go to the folder, drag it to the desktop, whatever I wanted to look at or edit. Just for the time being, it was just temporary. I would probably delete it off the desktop. But in the background, I'd probably set up all the where I'd edit these videos and where the videos go and all that sort of thing, which is not too hard to do. But just for the sake of this demonstration, I just wanted to see in the video editor. So there I am, and it's from an older video, and I'm just taking a look at it. Uh, from that Apple AirTag 4-pack review that I did a while back. It's pretty cool. If you haven't, go back and watch it, check it out, help me out. Be sure to like the video on the way in and out, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell if you're not already subscribed and you don't have your notifications notified. We're notifying you. And also comment below. Not to sound like a broken record, but hey, that's what we're here for. All right, so yeah, I'm just running this video, and unfortunately we can't hear a thing about it. But so I mess around and just try to see if I did the audio settings. But just to point out again and reiterate, the host machine, I muted the audio on the host machine, and that's probably the problem that I'm having. That's why we're not hearing anything or nothing's coming through. But that's all right. I just wanted to demonstrate how this operating system looks, how beautiful it is, how you should go download it. Just search Google for it, or you could go to the distro watch. That's where I go, to the Linux distro watch, to find these things, and the ISOs. Real easy. But look at here. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And like the video on your way out, share the video, subscribe to the channel, visit my link tree. Thanks for watching. And without further ado, we will conclude this.